Billionaires are way too different from us because of their wealthy lifestyle that none of us can relate to because we're not so rich. Billionaires' kids also don't have such a normal life as well, like all of us commoners. They're way too posh for that. Let's look into the lives of the richest billionaire kids. The British royal family. How luxurious would you say the British royal kids' everyday life is? Well, let's have a peek. Prince William and Kate Middleton's children live with their parents in apartment 1A of Kensington Palace. Reports say that even though the building is called an apartment, it has 4 levels, 2 master bedrooms with exquisite details, and has been updated to meet the needs of the family. After Prince George was born, E! News said that the firstborn child of William and Kate had 2 nurseries, one for sleeping and one for playing, as well as a built-in playground in the form of the private walled garden that can be seen from all of 1A's main rooms. A source told the publication that the rooms are big and the garden is extremely beautiful, even though George doesn't have as much space to move around now that he doesn't live alone like he did when he was an only child. At the very least, we know that he is doing the best he can with what he has. What about Archie, Meghan and Prince Harry's son? Before George's cousin, who was likely to have a hard life, was born, the home got a $3 million makeover so that it would be ready for the royal baby. Just imagine that. Not even this, many homes in the country are especially set aside for the royal children. Even if they had only lived at Frogmore Cottage or Kensington Palace, it would be a big deal for the royal children. However, they also spend time at the country homes and main homes of each other families. Prince William, Kate Middleton, and their 3 children live in Anmer Hall when they are in the country. The Georgian estate has around 10 bedrooms, a tennis court, and an outdoor swimming pool. It is in the quiet town of Norfolk. William and Kate used to live in Anmer Hall all the time, but in 2017 they moved to Kensington Palace so that William could take on more responsibilities in the royal family. People say that Princess Charlotte and Prince George, along with their parents and younger brother, Prince Louis, spend their school breaks at the estate and have a quality time. Even the gifts given to the royal children for their birthdays are ridiculously expensive. Even though the royal family can give their children the best things money can buy, some people still like to give gifts to the royal children. Some of these gifts have price tags that make you gasp. The Telegraph got records from the royal family that show that President Enrique P. Nieto of Mexico and his wife gave Princess Charlotte a real silver rattle soon after she was born. At her first birthday party, Charlotte got another rattle as a present. This time, one made of 18-karat white gold with diamonds, rubies, and sapphires set in it. The Natural Sapphire Company estimated that the gift was worth £30,000 at the time. The princess also got a set of miniature silk paintings from China's President Xi Jinping in her first year of life, as well as a rocking chair from the former U.S. President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama. Even the birthday cards they send out could cost a lot. The aircraft management company Hangar 8 says that the birthday card sent to Prince George on his first birthday was the most expensive card ever bought. It was said that the company spent more than $156,000 to have a birthday message painted on one of its planes, and cost about £120,000 to do so. Antoine Arnault. Luxury Goods from LVMH is led by his father Bernard Arnault, who serves as CEO. Antoine, in contrast to many of the other billionaire heirs, is unflinchingly following in his father's business footsteps. He is currently working for Louis Vuitton as the head of communications at the company. Since Antoine, age 34, is recognized as one of the most accomplished experts in the fashion sector, it is not surprising that he is dating a stunning Russian model by the name of Natalia Vodianova. The fact that Antoine is a professional poker player is a skill that he likely uses to his advantage in the corporate world. On a regular basis, you can see him cruising around the coast of Corsica on a luxurious yacht. After all, this is how the absurdly wealthy are able to relax in their spare time. Next is Isha Ambani, the daughter of Mukesh Ambani. Isha Ambani had a net worth of $80 million by the time she turned 16. This is because she inherited her father's shares in the company Reliance Industries when she turned 16. It's nice to be the daughter of the richest man in India. When it comes to this young woman's education, no expense is spared. At the age of 20 years, she is a student in one of the world's most prestigious Ivy League schools. Isha is a student at Yale right now, and she is also active in the student government. But this millionaire heiress is much more than meets the eye. She also knows how to play the piano well and loves music. Now, we're going to talk about Larry Ellison's son, David Ellison. His father started Oracle Corporation, and he later became the CEO of the company. David Ellison, on the other hand, wants to work in the movie business. The rich young man made his acting debut in the 2006 movie Flyboys. Even though the movie didn't do well at the box office, David's plans to work in Hollywood are still on track. The 29-year-old actor also works as a producer, which is the part of his career that has brought him more success so far than his acting work. He is the CEO of Skydance Productions, which has backed critically acclaimed films like True Grit and Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol with money. When he has time to himself, what does he do? David is not only a good pilot, but he also does stunts in the air. Go figure. Next, we have the Carter family kids. These kids spend their rich and famous lives very differently. 3 of Jimmy and Rosalind Carter's 4 children were already adults when their father was elected president. Amy's parents raised her in the White House, and she went to public school in Washington. She was then allowed to go to Brown University. The Carters were not, by any stretch of the imagination, haughty people. A lot of the pomp and circumstance that had been a part of the previous administration was not liked by this one. Richard Nixon's huge presidential limousine was eventually taken away and replaced with a vehicle that was easier to drive. The president's yacht, the Sequoia, was taken out of service and put up for sale. Rosalind Carter didn't order a special china pattern for the White House Executive Mansion because that's not what first ladies usually do. Also, the Carters did not use all of the money given to a new president and his wife so that they could make their living space in the White House fit their tastes. Jimmy and Rosalind Carter were both too focused on their jobs in a bad way. They loved spending the weekends at Camp David, but they often brought homework with them and talked about politics and policy with key staffers. Anastasia Potanina, the daughter of Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin is a big shot in both the metals business and the media business. He owns MTV Russia, VH1, and the Russian version of Cosmopolitan magazine. On the other hand, it seems like his daughter is easy to go her own way. Anastasia Potanina is a very skilled athlete. She is a very good skier, and she also has won the world championship for the sport of aquabiking. So much so that her father, who was a millionaire, had an indoor ski slope built for her at their mansion in Moscow. Or maybe it was because she had done so much skiing on that indoor hill. Anastasia has shown that she is a tough competitor in sports no matter what. She couldn't keep aquabiking because she hurt her leg. She used to play sports herself, but she now works in the business side of sports instead. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.